Lesson 11.2, multiplying fractions by a whole number. There are three different ways that we can accomplish this goal. Let's look at the first one, repeated addition. We all know that multiplying is just repeated addition, and we can do that exact same thing with this lesson. If you look at the example, 5 times 2/3. I take 2/3 and I add it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And I know that I add the numerators, so 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 gives me 10. Keep the denominator the same, that's 3. And so then when I convert that to a mixed number, I get an answer of 3 1/3. A second way I could do this is by grouping. I have the example, find 3/4 of 8. So I draw 8 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I put them into 4 groups. You can see I circled those groups for all 4 of them. And then I filled in the circles that are in 3 of those 4 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gave me my answer of 6. The third one is just multiplication. This might be very easy for some of you, but it might also be tricky for others. And the reason I say that is in multiplication, we don't need to have a common denominator. We multiply the numerators and then we multiply the denominators. Another hard thing about this is to look at this whole number and realize that 4 is the same thing as 4 over 1. And we need to remember that, because if we were to take it as 4 and multiply 3 times 4 and 7 times 4, we would get a very different answer. But if we can remember that 4 is the same thing as 4 over 1, we multiply the numerators, 4 times 3 and get 12, and 1 times 7 and get 7, and get an answer of 12/7, which then equals 1 5/7. Let's make sure you really focus in on that when we go over that problem in the guide to practice. Speaking of the guide to practice, let's look at it now. If you notice, each one of the guide to practice questions I answered in a different light. If you notice, I did one blue, one green, and one red. The reason for that is I used all 3 of the strategies. So let's first look at question number 1. The strategy I used was grouping. So I had this problem, and I was looking for 1/7 of 14. So I drew 14 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I put them into 7 groups, and then I shaded in 1/7 of those groups. And if you notice, I shaded in 2 circles, so my answer was 2. In question 2, I used the repeated addition that we learned over here. So I was looking for 3/7 of 14. So I took 3/7 and I added it 14 times. Whoa. Took a lot, but when I did that, I came up and I added 3 plus 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 3, and I got 42. And then as we know, our denominator stays the same and will stay as 7. And I converted 42/7 for an answer of 6. Let's look at question number 3. That was our final way. That way I used the strategy of just multiplication. So what I did here was I multiplied my numerators and my denominators. I recognized that 25 was the same thing as 25 over 1. So my numerators were 25 times 4, and my denominators were 1, which you can see right there, times, I'm sorry, that's supposed to be, oops, I made a mistake here. Let's see if we can fix it.